Well, good evening. Yes, back home from our travels, just for a little while. Got some pretty major travels coming up over the next 6 months, but we're just back in home base here, the north tip of Northern Ireland, for a few weeks. Thought I'd come out this evening. It's a 50-50 chance we're going to get any kind of light, but just fancied a little bimble along the beautiful Causeway Coastal Path. And actually from this section, the needle is just behind me, from this section all the way to Dunseverett Castle would actually be my favourite part of the Causeway Coastal Path. It gets much less footfall and it's got some stunning rock formations. Now, obviously being so far north, one of the issues that you have shooting here on the Causeway Coastal Path is there's only a couple of months a year that you get some lovely late evening sun, or for that matter some early morning sun as well. So I haven't really shot that often here on the Causeway Coast. I've run up and down this path countless times, but haven't done a huge amount of shooting on it. So I just thought I would come out this evening, have a bit of a play. Not really expecting to get much, but as is always the case, just lovely to be out. So gonna just hang around this area. It's 8:10, so still got for a whack until sunset. So just beautiful though, absolutely gorgeous. So right now there's a band of cloud that's actually moving off to the east, and the sun is going to be revealed, which is pretty cool. Which means I'll be able to start shooting kind of under these rocks that at the moment are not being illuminated. Now, right now I'm actually shooting bracketed. Got a 4-stop ND filter in by the way. My brand new, oh my god. Okay, this is kicking off. I'm gonna have to be very quick here, and then we're turning around here because look what's happening. So, just very quickly, 3 bracketed shots, and I just wanted to get some of that band. I think once this sun comes out fully, it'll be a little bit too bright to be shooting into the sun for at least another sort of 45 minutes or so. So I just really wanted to get some of those images now. Let me just quickly do that. So with 3 shots, here she comes. You can see it on my face. Oh. And that's probably going to be it. Now, what I might do is, in fact that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a bit of time blending, I think, with this, because now the foreground is actually lovelyly illuminated. So about 10 minutes ago there was a lovely sort of band of light on the horizon. Foreground was in relative shade. Now of course that foreground is in, well, the sun's just disappearing behind a little cloud. So just going to carry on shooting. I quite like this composition. Nice. And of course what I'll be able to do, hopefully, oh look at this. So hopefully you can still hear me. I've kind of sheltered down a little bit, so that light, as you can see on my face, has disappeared. There's another sort of mid band of clouds, but hopeful that it's going to come back. So got the camera pointing back out towards the needle, and I'm including most of the cliff face because that's what's really going to take on that lovely light. Now looks like there could even be a little bit of light in those upper clouds as well, so I've got the camera set up horizontal composition. I've got a Formatt Hitech 4-stop ND filter in, and again I'm shooting bracketed with the idea being that we'll blend some of this in post. I tell you what though, we've had some beautiful warm weather around here, and that wind tonight, oh, that's coming from somewhere up north, and that's pretty cold, but yeah, lovely. Great to see the filmers making most use of the wind as well. They're really enjoying themselves, kind of a couple of foot away from your face. That's pretty cool to see. So yeah, so I'm just got a composition I'm sort of relatively happy with at the moment. Probably fine tune it in another few minutes, and then wait for that light to come. Yeah, so the shooting that way for me wasn't really working just because there was a whole big lot of emptiness going on. I think I got a couple of images perhaps whenever there was some cloud cover above, so I've actually brought myself back along now, shooting into the main bowl of the Giant's Causeway, and this time of year we do still get some nice little highlights of light all the way around, so shooting with the 10 to 24 now, just trying to pick out some just beautiful light just along the edges there, and again shooting a couple of bracketed exposures, again really just allowing myself some leverage in post. And actually that wind has died down as well, so all very nice. So one of the things that you're trying to do as a landscape photographer is, as well as looking at compositions and light, you're also looking at the changing environment in front of you. And right now, so I'm shooting again into the main bowl of the causeway, the clouds, no clouds at the right hand side, which is disappointing because I kind of wanted to shoot this way, but hey. So shooting into the main bowl, and what I'm noticing is that there is a bank of clouds that's actually sort of moving slowly, ever so slowly. I can see it now. It's dissipating a little bit as it hits land, but of course what that's given me, especially as the sun continues to drop, is just some interest in the sky, especially because I'm still on the wide angle. I don't really want to drop myself down too low. I want to keep a little bit of the sky in there, and ideally just some cloud in there. Now, as I say, it's moving slowly in, but dissipating a little bit as it comes over land, as it quite often does. So beautiful. And the sun just seems to have disappeared behind another small bank of clouds on the horizon, but hopefully we'll continue to get some light as the sun dips down low. Beautiful. Well, it's quite often the case with this landscape photography malarkey. Clouds on the horizon 1, photographer 0. Yeah, I could tell almost immediately that we just weren't going to get anything in that bank of clouds, which is a real shame because some really lovely textured clouds made their way across above the scene, but you lose some and you lose some, as is quite often the case. So that's me all packed up. Got about a 2-mile bimble back to the car. Anyone out doing astro tonight's going to have maybe a little bit of fun. But yeah, there might have been a couple of images worth showing at the end of the vlog, but yeah, as always, I like to bring you guys along even when things maybe don't go according to plan. As I say, just to recap, I was hoping to be shooting out to my right where the needle is, but very quickly realised that there wasn't going to be any clouds. Turned myself back this way and then started to really pay attention to that bank of clouds moving above me, to see whether we could include that in the frame. But sadly, as the sun dipped down, it went in behind a bank of clouds on the horizon. I'm going to make my way back to the car and we'll catch up again soon. Bye bye.